What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul,
and Miranda.
bringing you the latest on Big Brother 21, episodes 3 and 4. Okay, guys, so we just left off of a pretty interesting HOH competition. And by the way, we're going to go through episode 3 pretty quickly because we know episode 4 just aired. But Christy won HOH. What are you thinking Christy's going to do at this point?
Oh, at this point, she's doing what they tell her to do. She's doing what Jack and Jackson tell her to do at that point. And she goes back and forth, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But in her DRs at least, she's going back and forth and back and forth. But at that point, she's not playing her own game.
Yeah, exactly. She's playing for her alliance, which is good or bad. I mean, who can really say? It's the first week. The goal is to just get out unscathed, really. So right after the HOH, she has like this awkward conversation with Ovi, and Ovi's like, "Oh yeah, we're good, we're close. I got you." And that's actually a trend that he actually does to basically every conversation he has with anyone in the house. I got you. You're good. We're good. But
right.
I guess that
someone mentions it this episode too. I think the way that they said it, and I don't remember who said this, was that he's somehow aligned with everyone, but not aligned with anyone.
Yeah, because he says the same thing every time.
The same thing. He's spreading himself way too thin here.
Yeah, he needs to find like some legitimate allies, but he attempts to find them in this episode. But first, let's start with how, for some reason, they turned the 6-person alliance, which 6 is a good number, right? I mean, when you think of an alliance, I mean, I think of like 4 or 5, but it's the beginning of the games. A 6-person makes sense and usually gets trimmed down to like 4 or 5 anyway by mid-game. Right. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that definitely 6 is a good number, especially if you have layers within the 6, if you have a 3 within the 6, if you have a 4 within the 6, and just if you feel content in that 6, it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. But for some reason they decided to bring in Annalise and Tommy as well. So now they're making it an 8-person alliance, which
make more potential for people to feel at the bottom. Let's just greater the potential for people to flip.
And they're adding the paranoia within their own like alliance. Like the more people you add, like the more people you have to keep track of. So we already know this is going to blow up because every big alliance does. Oh boy,
we're already talking shit about their alliance. They're throwing them under the bus. It's messy.
It is freaking messy. Absolutely.
Not in their alliance, they're throwing them under the bus.
Yeah, I know. It's fun to watch, but it's sad because it's so obvious.
Yeah, have some common sense, guys.
I mean, you just it is what it is. Anyway, so let's talk about the Whacktivity comp, because this was something that we've been waiting for, and that no one actually really knew at home who won the Whacktivity comp. So it's rather interesting. So they announced the comp to the house. And they bring everyone to the backyard, and everyone kind of decides randomly which competition they're going to play in. And it's 3 competitions spread out between 3 weeks, and 5 players are going to play each week, unless that player is out of the house, of course. But week 1, so who was playing in this episode was Kat, Ovi, Cliff, Bella, and Nicole.
Yeah.
Yes. Week 2, Holly, Tommy, Jackson, Sam, Jack. Week 3, Annalise, Christy, Kemi, Jessica, and Nick. So, I don't know. I mean, it seems like all the people that are like out not in that big alliance are going in the beginning, and everyone else is going like at the end. So that's it's probably not good for them at this point. Right. So, and then we actually get started with the competition. What did you think about like this comp? I thought it was the nightmare one, and the smells. It was kind of bizarre, right?
Well, first of all, yeah, in week 3, you only got Kemi and Jessica playing that are in the other alliance, or that aren't in the alliance. So that's already been given as a reason to, target Jessica. Like that was already thrown out as a reason to target her because she's playing in the week 3 combo. She could win that because she's not one of the alliance members. But so the week 1, what did you ask about the week 1 comp?
Well, it was just bizarre because like it was the nightmare comp. It was just the smells. Like what did you think about with the comp in general?
Everyone kind of flopped except for Ovi. He knows his cat urine. He knows Bobcat urine from a mile away, clearly.
And he knows durian too. Like, this man is a smell
Oh, that's
genius.
a right durian. Like, this
Yeah,
dude
I
knows
mean,
smells.
that's what Obi's going to be known as. If he does leave tomorrow, he's going to be known as the king of Big Brother smells.
King of olfactory senses.
He's got it. It's natural. It's all fucking natural. All right, so yeah, he ends up winning it. It ends up being like the bobcat urine, the fish, and the and the durian, and like no one, I don't think anyone got more than one right. Like the other 5 people didn't get more than one right.
Right.
And I mean, I remember Cliff was like picking like potatoes or some shit, and I'm just like like everyone else is picking like some sort of fish, dude. Like
rotten strawberries.
It was like, I mean, I can't imagine what that was like though, to have like, it was like 16 things.
Yeah, I can't even judge them. I have no sense of smell. I wouldn't have been able to do that.
I have a great sense of smell, and that's the problem. I would not have been a happy boy that if I was in that comp. So Obi ends up winning, and he wins this superpower. Wow, great superpower. He gets to after nominations, he has the opportunity to make the HOH's night a nightmare and force them to change their nominations. And I believe those 2 people whoever are put up are safe for the week. Is that right? Or are they just off the block?
Yeah, and I think the one who uses it is safe too. Am I right?
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I'm not
Actually,
sure.
no, that doesn't make any sense because it would be anonymous. Like I know that it's an anonymous power where like he just does it in the middle of the night and decides he would have to do it in the middle of the night, force the HOH to renom. So like what would happen if the person using it wasn't on the block and they got picked? Like there's no way to really differentiate. So I think it's anonymous and they could go up if they use it.
Yeah, it's anonymous and it can go up, and I believe the 2 that are taken off are safe for the week. So it's really only a situation where, hey, you're put on the block and you want to take yourself off, basically, because any other way and you might end up on the block. And that's definitely something I don't think Ovi would do if he ends up staying.
No.
Gotta say that every single time. All right, so then we have Ovi overhearing about the 8-person alliance thing, Nick talking to Tommy in the bed. So he goes up and tries to form his own 5-person alliance thing, which is kind of, it's like Jackson, Jack, Christy, him, and I don't even know who else was up there at this point. Was it Holly?
Maybe, but good luck with that.
It is like it's not a real thing, and only he thinks it's real. So I don't know.
Appeal to people that you think are in power, but they already have the numbers, so they don't need you. They really don't need you. You're not preaching to the right people here.
He made a crucial error because he assumed the 8 didn't include the HOH. Like, why would you assume the 8 didn't include the HOH?
Like, HOH is always included in the big alliance for the first week. Like, why wouldn't they be? They're safe. They're the power
Absolutely.
player. They're the one with all the power. Why? There's no like.
Absolutely.
No common sense. No common sense.
Yeah, I mean, and Ovi,
but no common sense.
And Tommy, I guess in Ovi's defense, it was Tommy and Nick talking, so maybe he assumed that Nick wasn't in like that clique. I mean, he assumed wrongly, but but he should have seen that Tommy and Christy were kind of close. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I shouldn't judge him too hard, but you gotta. Because you got to push these vibes onto him, to get this sense. If we all push
some sense into him from afar, like we need to telepathically like talk some sense into this man. We're rooting for you.
Ovi, we're linked. Talk to Jack and tell him to flip the votes. Jeez, man, like they could legitimately do that if they wanted to, but
oh yeah.
Boy, I'm spoiling things. Sorry, guys. All right. So anyway, Cammy goes up and talks to and talks to Christy about about the noms, and she basically throws Ovi under the bus, saying, "Hey, put him on the block." At this point, Christy wants to put up Kat and Cliff to target Kat. But after Kemi says that, Jack and her are like, "Wow, I can't believe Kemi's throwing someone under the bus already this quick, and maybe we should be looking at getting Kemi out."
She's playing too hard, too fast. Week 1, too hard, too fast.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta throw a name out, I suppose. But I will say that a lot of, maybe I shouldn't even make this point, but
make the point. This is unfiltered.
Yeah, but so people are like saying that, oh, Ovi was okay with Kemi going on the block, but Kemi basically threw Ovi under the bus first. So
yeah,
like I'm just spilling the real tea here.
It was two-sided for sure. Like they each played a part in that.
Yes, exactly. All right, so and then we end up with the noms. It ends up being Kat and Cliff. Yeah. So now let's get to today's episode, guys. All right, so they're on the block. They're not too happy about it. Kat, I mean, Chrissy does tell Kat that she's going on the block, but she's like, she's like, "Oh, this bitch! I can tell a mean girl when I see one." I'm like, "Okay, Kat, relax." What do you think about some of Kat's claims?
Oh my gosh, Kat's claims. I'm not, what was she saying? Like, I'm not a pawn, I'm a power player. It's my job to run this game. Like, I need to run this game.
It's like, it's the first week. Yeah. She hasn't done anything. She's like, "Oh, if I was back home, no one would be, no one."
Yeah, I forgot about that comment. Like, if I was back home, like everyone would be afraid to put me up or something like that. Like
what are you talking about?
Like no one would do this. Like the audacity.
Do people like back home like maybe see you in a different light or something? Like I don't think so. Like it's a game.
Yeah.
It's just a game. So then we have Bella and Kemi kind of talking, and they're close. Like they're like laughing, kind of like poking fun at other house guests. They're talking about showmance options, and they basically agree that only Nick is the only option.
But Bella's like, #not my showmance, then proceeds to, run to Nick and tell him about the alliance. But yeah, she's talking about how much she loves Kemi, and I just don't know why she would throw Kemi under the bus after that. But yeah, she seems to really be close to her.
Yeah, Kemi, and I mean, yeah, Bella is. I feel like Bella's two closest people are Nick and Kemi, but I feel like she is definitely closer to Nick. I'm not sure if that's reciprocated properly, and I'll get to that in our next Big Brother Live feed update. So
who does Nick even like the most at this point? Like he's just a horny little.
I think he likes Bella the most. I'm pretty sure he does. If they end up happening, I dig it, but don't let it cost their game.
Right.
By the way, for those who don't know, they're like a secret showmance, kinda. It's kind of weird.
But it's not a secret.
But it is, because people don't know that they're together, but they are. But people think they should be. It's really, really bizarre.
Yeah.
But whatever. So yeah, we also have Kat and Mickey flirting, and it's like, okay, and
people are getting turned off by that. We'll get to that.
Jackson is like, Jackson's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna date her or whatever. I don't want my mom watching me."
Proceeds to talk about everything that happens.
And then
like, I don't want my mom knowing. I'm just gonna talk about her on live feeds.
and I'm gonna talk about her in the DR room right now, which she's definitely watching. So it's.
He's like, this is gonna take years off her life. Like, yeah,
like, then stop.
Brother, just might.
But she is hot though. Okay, Jackson, we get it. So they're not a showmance either. So, there's a lot of not a showmances this season.
Not my showmance.
not my showmance.
Not my showmance.
They just cuddle every day, just like Bella and Nick, so
Yeah.
Whatever. And we even had like Annalise and Christy kind of like making fun of them in the HOH room because they were up at fucking 3 a.m. when the veto comp was the next day. And they're like, what the hell are they doing? Kat has a veto comp to play the next day. Also, for some reason, go ahead.
It was the three of them in bed, and they were all annoyed with just like her. When they turned on the TV, saw her and Jackson in the kitchen. They're like, "Oh, they're going to the shower. They gotta be fucking."
Yeah. First off, like Annalise said that like right off the bat. I'm like, okay, like relax, girl, relax. I don't think that's happening, and I believe it was confirmed on live feeds that did not happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did do stuff, but not in the shower.
They're like, how stupid can they be? Not as stupid as you think, apparently.
They should have waited another hour. Because clearly other people were still awake. So then we get to...
Yuck at the Jackson and Kat scene. Like, just yuck at the Jackson and Kat, yuck at the Nick and Bella. Like,
no, I like Nick and Bella.
A little less grossed up than Nick and Bella.
And then we also have Jack and Annalise. So, by the way, guys, they're going to have like a total showman scene next episode. Like, I almost guarantee it. Like, they're going to show the three of them. And
this episode, but they couldn't fit in a lot more at this episode. They fit in a lot.
I'm surprised they put it in this episode, honestly. But they're going to show Bella and Nick. They're going to show Jack and Annalise. And they're going to show Jackson and Kat. And they're going to say, and it's going to be like that random montage of all of them just like talking to one of the three showmances. And because, Big Brother loves that shit.
Mm-hmm. They eat that shit up.
They fucking do. They really fucking do. So then we have the veto comp. Christy pulls Sam's name. Cliff pulls house guest choice and picks Jack for some reason.
Are we not going to talk about Casey coming in with her horrible tattoo? First of all,
we can. And then Kat pulls Nicole, and then Casey comes in. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say she's never getting that shit covered up. She's never getting that covered up, and it's off center. It's just a bad Big Brother tattoo, and I don't like the trend. But anyway, so I digress.
I mean, you got to remember, she won $500K, so, you got to give Big Brother something.
But for $500K, you could hire another artist than that. Like,
okay, but Casey, legit gamer, okay? Total gamer.
Total gamer girl.
Total gamer girl, okay? She's a hardcore gamer.
So yeah.
So the veto comp. It's based off a veto that's similar to last season, one that Casey did win. Where they had the
slime Olympics. Like it was the aliens being thrown at them and all the things with the slime. So it's the same concept but with salad.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like this one was. I don't know if it was harder or easier. It's hard to tell. Like maybe the house guests just aren't used to like very difficult comps yet.
That was really early to have a comp that difficult. And
yeah,
I feel like if it was maybe a little later on, maybe there would be more comp beasts. But like I said, it's hard to tell. And they're, the people in BB20 were different at competitions than the people in BB21. So
that's true. We don't think the people in BB21 are very good right now, but we'll see. So we start off with Cliff. Cliff got 0. It was a pleasure to watch him, though. Total pleasure. I remember watching him slide for those strawberries, turning around. He almost got one. I was.
I think it's easier to mention the people that did get points rather than the people that didn't get points. So, who got points? It was between Jack. Jack got 20, right?
Yep, Jack got 20, just caught 2 strawberries. No one caught any meatballs, by the way. So they had to catch onions, meatballs, and strawberries.
Yeah.
Only Sam caught an onion.
Yeah.
No one caught a meatball. And then with strawberries, Christy caught 1 strawberry. Jack caught 2 strawberries. And Sam caught 2 strawberries. And so the only reason Sam won was because he
caught an onion.
He caught the onion right in the beginning, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was just like randomly like in the middle, based on like what I was hearing on the feeds, because everyone was so impressed by him catching the onion. But no, it was just right in the beginning. He saw the first thing and caught it immediately. So I'm not as impressed with him anymore. But yeah, he gotta. I give props though. Congrats to him for winning.
Yeah, props where it's due.
You have Casey like hiding behind like the mess tray. She's like, I ain't going through this shit again.
But also, were those the same froyo machines in the background as BB-15, like in the iconic uh yogurt eating competition? That was disgusting.
Oh, I don't know. Was it the same?
I think they were. I took a peek in the back, and I think they were. I think they just brought out the same frozen yogurt machines.
Yo, total throwback. See, they knew they would get the uses they needed out of it.
Yeah.
They just knew. They saw this coming from a mile away.
We're gonna bring this back for years.
Six years later, baby. So Sam wins the power of veto. And then Sam has a conversation with Jack and Nick about wanting to take Cliff off the block, which I saw this like live, this conversation. For some reason, they made it seem like Sam was not privy to the plan of backdooring Kemi, where he totally was. Like, not only was he privy to the plan of backdoor Kemi, he was even saying, yeah, Kemi this week or Ovi, I don't care. Like he was the person that literally put the Ovi thing in motion, really.
He put that into existence. Like, he's the one who brought up Ovi's name in the first place. Like, can't you just put up Ovi? Like, right as the way it's edited is he knocks on the door, he tries to come in, then he goes, can't you just put up Ovi?
And he also mentions Ovi's name before he knocks. And that was just like another thing. It's like, okay, I mean, relax, editors, relax. Like, Sam knows what he's fucking doing.
And it was so obvious in his DR too, just like, wow, Kemi, why?
I feel like that was done. Maybe it could have even been like a different time. Like, it could have been when he initially learned about it, Like, I don't know. This edit's weird. Give Sam more credit than he's getting, because he deserves it.
Yeah.
He basically might be responsible for Ovi leaving this week, which I'm not happy about it, but
I'm not pleased, but it's a move.
It's a gamer move. God damn it, I gotta stop. Late gamer move, Sam. Congrats. All right. Then we have Bella and Nick talk, and they say, hey, maybe Kemi staying is better for our game.
Right. Yeah. Bella brings up, yeah, actually, let's get Kat out instead of Kemi, because talk to Sam, tell him not to use it. That was like their original plan. Like, talk to Sam, tell him not to use it, because it's not smart for us to get Kemi out right now.
Yeah, and they're like, Bella and Nick, like, they're in that big alliance, but they're not really in it. Yeah. And I don't think it's even an alliance anymore, but like, there was even talks at the time about Christy backdooring Bella, because of her not wanting Kemi to be backdoored, which is kind of like a weird mind thing. So yeah, Christy was literally all over the place. And then Jack has a conversation with Christy about who they're going to get out in the next couple of weeks, which is like, and she's really taken aback by it. Like, what? No, I'm not going to do what you want.
Yeah, she's like, well, I'd rather keep the nominations the same. Okay, but what if the veto's used? Like,
and she even, like, she knows the veto's going to be used too. So she talks like she, at this point, she should already know it's going to be used, because that's the plan. So she has that conversation with Sam. You want to talk about that conversation?
Yeah. Actually, I don't really remember what happened in that conversation with Sam. She just cried. She just cried a lot, and she was like, "Oh, I don't want to backdoor Kemi." Oh, yes, actually, I totally remember what happened with that conversation. She exposes the alliance. She exposes her alliance. Not like the, everyone in it, but she she mentions, yeah, my group wants me to do this, but I don't want to. Like, okay, wow, that's great to say to the veto holder that's not in your group. Like, way to let them dictate what to do with that, and way to give them just way too much information. Just completely outs her alliance while crying.
And also, Christy also before the conversation with Sam, she reveals that there was a backdoor plan for Kemi in the first place. So, she's like telling people too much. Like, she is a time bomb.
She has
total loose lips sink ships, or in this case, alliances. Somehow she's still fine though in the game. No one's talking about her. Like, this is like she's, I don't know why. It's like the
HOH. Like, for the purposes of these episodes, like, they're not talking to her because she's HOH.
That's a fair point.
I don't know.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. But I'm thinking. I don't know. That was a good point. I'm thinking about it.
I don't think she's really being looked at though, even after her HOH, regardless of how it goes.
Yeah, and even though everyone sees her as being like so honest, but she's actually just a total flip flop. So.
Oh yeah. Can't make up her mind for shit.
And even during that conversation with Sam, she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm keeping my word, and you're keeping your word to use the veto." Like, no, you're not keeping your word because you told like half the house that you were going to backdoor Kemi. So it's clearly not keeping your word. Like, what is she talking about?
And she talks about like, she just throws Jack under the bus too. She's like, well, I don't want to play Jack's game. I don't want to do his dirty work. I don't want to do his dirty work. I want to play my own game.
And mind you, I know a lot of us don't like Jack now because he's talking shit about other house guests, which I agree. We as viewers, we should not like him. But Christy, like, Jack was like self-reflecting at this very moment in the house. And he was like, fuck, I think I was going on too strong with Christy. She's really like my strongest ally in the game. And he was expecting to get backdoored because, like, he was expecting it for some reason because I guess he's paranoid. But he almost did, honestly. Sam, like, this wasn't shown, but Sam actually brought up during that conversation with Christy. Actually, no. He did bring that was in the episode. Yeah, he brought up
in the episode. Yeah, it wasn't Sam bringing it up. Wasn't in the episode, but like Christy talking about possibly Jack was.
Yeah, Jack was an option.
They're really underselling Sam in these.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't have enough footage, which it's fine.
Yeah,
give him credit. I hope he wins HOH now. And
of course, they show him. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, finish. Go ahead.
Oh, of course, they show him in a DR afterward, and his first response, or maybe I don't know what they got out of him, was, "Oh, well, I just found out about this group. I don't want to piss them off." Like, you can do so much with that information, and you just don't want to piss them off. Okay.
And he's kind of in with part of that group already, so it's
right.
Weird. All right. Anyway, so the conversation ends with them agreeing to put Ovi on the block if the veto is used. And Christy's going to basically pretend not to know it's going to be used when she does know.
Yeah.
And that's what she's telling people in the house, that she doesn't know it's going to be used. But Sam might use it. Sam might not use it. But it makes sense on Sam's part to want to use the veto because they already promised Cliff.
Right.
So there's that.
Word, unlike Christy, who doesn't actually stick to her word, he wants to actually stick to his word and not flip flop. Respectable.
Yeah, respectable. And he like really did great in that conversation. Like, he could have.
Yeah.
Like, she did not want him to use the veto during that conversation, and he convinced her to not only have him use the veto, but to have him backdoor someone else. Basically.
Yeah.
So Sam,
the whole thing around talked about Cliff's loyal, Cliff's honest,
yeah,
talking up Cliff. Oh, suddenly, yeah, okay, yeah, use the veto on Cliff.
Sam's playing a pretty good game, I will say. We'll see if that keeps up though. So then we get to the actual veto ceremony, and Christy ends up. Sam uses it, and Christy puts up Ovi. And Ovi Ovi's like shocked because no one tells him ahead of time.
And
Like,
he looks so sad. His face.
He literally cries after it happens on the feeds. Like, he cries to Christy. I'm like, I'm not happy. Well, they're gonna show that next episode, so I'm not gonna jump the gun here. But
I'd be crying too if my power was getting wasted, and it sucks how they can't lie about powers, or he can't even like try to use that as leverage, or like, you know.
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he can even tell someone about his power. Like, I'm not sure that's a thing that's even possible. It might have to be kept a secret. So it's not like he can even leverage this. Possibly, rules in Big Brother are weird.
Yeah, I need to look more into those rules with the powers, because I know it's gonna come up week 2, week 3 too.
I hope those powers are, at least not a fucking waste.
Yeah.
But what I am legitimately curious though, and this is something that I don't know, even as someone who watches the feeds, if Ovi comes back into the house, like let's say Wednesday happens and there's some random competition between Ovi and David, and Ovi wins, does he still have his power?
I would assume not, but it would be weird if they gave it back to him.
Oh, they better. TV.
They
Good TV.
That would be TV.
Maybe it'll be like Survivor and he'll will it to someone. But no, he'll probably fucking will it to Jack. No.
I know, and that would just ruin everything.
No. All right. Episode 5 is tomorrow. It's the live eviction, folks. We've been waiting a long time for a first eviction. No one saw this coming 3 days ago. That it would be Ovi. We're still hoping for a flip. There are some things happening that could be in the works, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
This could change before tomorrow. I mean, there's talks of it. The Cat's annoying people, so
yeah, Cat's annoying on the show. I can't imagine living with her. I feel bad saying that. Sorry, Cat, if you ever watch this. If she does watch it, I hope it's next week.
Ooh.
Because I want Ovi to stay.
Me too. Fingers crossed.
That was fucking savage. All right, we're gonna end it here. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video. If you did not enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe anyway, because why not? Don't you love to hate us? I have a link to the previous episode recap down below, and I also have a link if you're curious on what's going on in live feeds to my yesterday's recap on live feeds. If you want to watch them, watch them. Any final words, Miranda?
Do it. You might regret it, but chances are you won't. What's 30 minutes of your life?
What's 30 minutes of watching rants? All right, so thank you guys for watching so much. Until tomorrow, peace.